beautiful Bay of Pula behind me, and right over there is the Roman Colosseum that I was in the other day. And so I'm at this fortress, and unfortunately I have not been able to find out very much information about this fortress. As you can see, there's more people coming in. At one point I'm assuming it had a moat. There were some cannons that looked like they were from 1800s, roughly based off of the history knowledge that I have. There was a main part inside of the fortress or castle that would have been, you know, like a great room or whatever. It's just labeled as a fortress. And you come up this way here to the top of this tower that sort of overlooks all of Pula and part of what's called the Istrian Peninsula. And so this is near the old city of Pula, and I hope that you guys can hear me because it's a little windy up here. But so yeah, I'm just out sort of exploring today. I wanted to come to this fortress and see what it was all about, because it's a very nice fortress, very nice structure. Like I said, based off of my knowledge of how many forts I've been in, traveling, and my history, experience, and knowledge on the matter, it appears, without knowing any information, that this fortress was built, I would say, probably 1700, maybe as late as 1800, some add-ons or additions. So I'll see if I can't find out some more information for that for you, and I will get back to you guys soon. Okay, so I did finally find some information about the fort, and it was just on a little placard when you walked in off to the side somewhere, so I missed it. But I was right. The fort, which I came around the side of it, I'll show you for in a minute. This is the fort. I'm on the outside of the fort now. But the fort was built in 1631, I believe, so I was right. 1700s, I said. And it was the Venetian fortress. So it was commissioned for the Venetian military or whatever to defend Pula, along with two other forts. One other fort was of earthen fort out on an island coming into the bay. So this fort's been around since the early 1600s, which is cool. And I'll show you the other thing that I've been searching for, because it's a little unknown, off the beaten path thing, and you really have to sort of look for it. I just happened to be at the top of the castle, or the fortress, and I saw it, and so I think I can get to it, because sometimes it's not so easy to get to. But this is pretty cool. Oh, and another thing with the fort is that the fort was also occupied by the Germans at one point. Obviously, the pact between the Germans and the Italians, they used Trieste and Pula as staging for attacks on the Allies in Europe. And then also there was a huge uprising here on the Istrian Peninsula that was against fascism and communism and so forth. And so there was a big uprising here, sort of like in Warsaw, Poland, when there was an underground resistance that was basically attacking the Germans and attacking the Italians on various times, supply channels and things like that. So so there's actually an exhibition here on that information of that resistance. So that's really cool. And I believe I found what I'm looking for, and there's not very much information on this other than it's a old Greek Roman theater that I believe they're still excavating, and they don't really know much information about it, so we're gonna go look at that in a second. This is proving to be a little difficult to get to, so I just thought I'd get it me in case I fell and busted my neck. Wow, yeah, they're still excavating this, but here's some of it. These are cornerstones. These would have been rooms that, again, this was for mostly like theater and not gladiator games per se. So these could have been, you know, rooms or whatever that actors and playwrights and whatever would stay in, and then obviously, wow. And then obviously any props that they used, any animals they used or whatever for this, but all of this would have been seating all the way around. And so the crowd would have sat here, and then on that side would be where the actors would come out from the sides over here, and then they would act and play right there to the crowd. This is pretty awesome. It was a bigger theater. I mean, you can see the elevations, and then there was an arch back there that went into some sort of random tunnel. But yeah, you can see it was a pretty decent size Roman theater that probably had some pretty spectacular shows at one point in its history. Now, from what I've read about it, they do say that they believe this existed somewhere around 1st or 2nd century. So I'm not sure when it was actually discovered, but it appears that they're still doing some excavation on it to see, because they have they're like trenching out the walls over there that I showed you. Then they have some burlap sacks or whatever over that. And again, this wall would have probably been up a lot higher, probably as high as that wall up there, and cascaded down, just like modern outdoor theaters today. And so the actors would have come around from these rooms as they did their wardrobe changes or what have you, and then came out on either side of the thing there, as I said before. But man, this is amazing. Let's see if I can't find any other little cool things here. It's in some decent decay, because it apparently has been buried for a very long time. Holy anthill. Look at these guys. Yeah, they're just going all the way down. I don't know, they found something good. There's a whole big long line of them. It's funny the little things you notice sometimes. Alright, I'm going to walk around here a little bit more and see what else I can find. I'll get back to you. See you. So imagine it's the 1st century BC and you're an actor in the Roman Empire in Pula. And you come out onto the stage and there's thousands of people in these stands and you have to put on a show to entertain them. Modern day times. Hey, I'm going to do the Backpacker Mike show right here. The Backpacker Mike show in the Roman theater. And there's probably people watching me right now and they're like, what is that silly guy doing? Like, hey, I'm shooting a video for YouTube and Facebook. Why not? Sometimes you just got to be silly. Yeah, there are some people up there looking at me like, what is that guy doing? Yeah, there was steps that came down from there that came out into it. So there was probably like, I haven't really done much research, to be honest with you, on Roman theater. Oh, it's like a drainage hole down there. Huh. So I can't really tell you exactly how it would have been conducted per se. I mean, I know a little bit about it, but I'm not an expert by any means on that part of history. But yeah, see, there's little rooms down there and up here, and then obviously would have went out there, and I'm assuming that's probably apartment buildings, and then away out. And then there's some other stuff down here that I'll take you over to go see. It looks like there's some old Roman arches and stuff over here, but you can see this was all very nice marble at one point, and the stage outlined. Yeah. Hey guys, we're at a Roman theater. Let's put on a show. I feel like putting on a show. Actually, I am putting on a show because I'm talking to the camera right now. So technically, I'm putting on a show right now in a Roman theater that you guys will see when I edit it. And you know what? I'm going to keep this stuff because, hey, whatever, it's fun. This is pretty cool. There's another way out. It looks like, wow, see, it went into a whole another thing that's just not really excavated yet. And of course, you know, graffiti on stuff from the 1st century for whatever reason. But old arch systems there. This is pretty amazing, and there's like literally, I mean, it's hidden behind stuff, like you can see. It's hidden behind the fortress, the Venetian fortress. And then there's apartment buildings around it. I mean, it's just sort of like out in the middle of nowhere. Well, sort of in the middle of nowhere. Wow. Okay. But yeah, see, here's some old arches with the, I think these are called mantises or mantles. But those are all old Roman arches. And obviously there was probably something that went through there to this area. Probably something there too, I'm assuming, the way it looked. An old fountain. And it just goes around. Wow. This almost looks like it was a couple levels at one point. And then just into a, ah, cool. There's an archway right there too. Classic Romanesque style. You can see the ledges there. And then this, there would have been something, probably a door. That's probably what it was. I don't know, I'm being silly, but my guess is probably a door. Because then you got this right here. And then this is the fort. Well, part of the fort. Of the moat part of the fort. And this comes up here, and of course, you know, I mean, people were just hanging out here and throwing all their trash everywhere. It's unfortunate, but so this goes up to what I can only assume would be some sort of hierarchy seating, not with the common folk down there, but with the more, you know, hierarchy seating, tax collectors and governors and stuff like that to watch the shows. And then this archway, the gate was probably closed when they came in, and then there was probably guards standing right here so that nobody could assassinate them. Alright guys, man, what an amazing little fawn. So I'm going to keep exploring. I'm not sure what I'm going to go find next. But it's been a beautiful day of walking around so far. And I checked into my new B&B also, which the new B&B is amazing. I'll show you guys a video of that too. Very nice place. Comes with bottles of water and also complimentary bottle of wine. So I will tell you more about that place for sure. When I head back there, I'll show it to you. Alright guys, wow. So glad I was able to find this place. I had been searching for it for a few days actually. And everyone I asked says, oh, you gotta go this way and cut up this street and cut up that street. And then everything was blocked off and I couldn't really see it. And then it just so happened from the fort, I looked over and went, oh, there it is. So, alright guys, okay, I'll talk to you soon. It's time to say goodbye to the Roman theater. And I gotta find my way out of here. Yeah, I gotta go up that way. I have walked every inch of this place. Pretty amazing. I don't know if that's seagulls or cats or what that is. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but pretty sure it's seagulls. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to head out of here and go find something else to explore and to do. If not tonight, I may grab an early dinner and then set up something for tomorrow, of which I'm going to go down to the marina and see if I can do that now. Because apparently, I was told today, where did that go? Nowhere. It went somewhere at some point, probably to the theater. Because there's a ton of like cornerstones. It's probably a fountain decorated the outside of the theater, and I have no idea where that goes, and I don't know if I want to go that way. Although I've seen people walking that way, so I imagine it's probably fairly safe. But anyway, yeah, I was told that there is supposedly an island that the former president Tito had, and he was given a bunch of exotic animals during his presidency by other countries. And on his private island at the time, he housed all of these exotic animals, giraffes, and all kinds of stuff. And apparently, they're still there. And now they're free roaming the island, so it's sort of like a safari. And you can spend the day out there. So I am going to go to the marina to see, supposedly you can get a boat that will take you out there to the island and you can explore on it for a few hours. That would be really awesome. So I'm gonna go down to the marina and see if I can't find that. And in the meantime, if I see anything else that I want to show you guys from Pula, I will do that. What a cool day it's been so far. I can't complain. It's a beautiful day out. The sun's up there shining. But okay, enough rambling on. I'll get back to you guys soon.